On Tap, presented by FCSI the Americas. I'm Wade Kaler, Executive Director. On Tap this week, I get to talk with an FCSI member who has a very interesting background I intend to learn a lot more about. Please welcome to the show, Project Manager at Foodservice Design Professionals, Mr. Trey Rieper. Hi, Trey. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, it's great to meet you. I'm excited to get to know. Doing some background on you. I found some interesting things, I think, and so I'm anxious to dive into those. But before I get into my specific questions, I get everything. Everybody just kind of gets their way to start everything. Tell me how you got your start in the food service industry, and kind of like what you do now, what your specific projects are, or any type of segments that you specialize in.
Absolutely. So we're going to take a trip here. Started my career in the fire service. I spent 13 years as a firefighter paramedic for the city of Garland, which is just a suburb of Dallas here. From there, I left and opened a bakery and deli with my mom. It was always her dream to have a bakery, and so we opened a bakery and deli together. So that was kind of my introduction into commercial kitchens. Always enjoyed cooking with my mom when we were growing up and things of that nature, but that was my first introduction to a true commercial kitchen.
Nice.
From there,
now,
go ahead.
Well, hold on. I want to stop you right there because I did find that dive into you being a firefighter, and that's a very odd place for somebody to get their start. So I have to know, not only are you a firefighter, I don't know if you even know, I'm sure you do, but in the Texas Congress listings, you are even listed as one of the what do they call it? The passage of, like, in Congress or whatever, they recognized you in the Senate or the Congress as the 2009 Garland Firefighter of the Year. And then shortly after you get nominated or get named that, you bolt for the restaurant with your mom. So I have to kind of know, like, what, obviously your mom's dream, as you
Right.
just said, but what made you decide, I've been enough this firefighter thing, it's time for something
Absolutely. And it is odd that I would get named that and then turn around and leave. One of the things, and those that have been in the fire service or even the police department, military, anything at the house that can go wrong is going to go wrong while you're at the fire station. So 2 kids at home, 2 daughters. Any activity they had, anything they did, it was always while I was at the fire station. Not only that, we worked 24, 48 shifts, so we were there for 24 hours at a time. So every third night, I was away from home. So away from the kids, away from the family, and it was time for me to come home. It was time for me to be home on a regular basis. So that was one of the reasons why that I left and decided to open that bakery and deli with my mom.
Makes sense. Now I have to ask: did you, in the firehouse, were you the guy that was doing the cooking once in a while, or?
I did a lot of the cooking. We took shifts. So my time to cook would come around, and we would always put up a pretty good spread. So.
Nice. All right. So sorry, didn't mean to interrupt, but I had
to
find out
fine.
how somebody does it. So, okay. So you've opened up the commercial kitchen with your mama bakery. Obviously, so let's pick up from there and go, how then it folds into you leaving that and becoming a food service consultant.
Yep, absolutely. So bakery and deli for a while with my mom. It got to where she couldn't do a whole lot of the work, and I didn't want to continue to spend, talking about the time away from my family at the fire department. When you're doing fresh baked bread every day, 5 different kinds, you're talking some 18, 19, 20-hour days at the bakery. And again, that time away from the family. So I left, got rid of the bakery and deli. Actually went to Refrigeration Design Technologies, which is a local company here that does condensing units for walk-in coolers and freezers. Worked with them in the engineering department, designing the refrigeration systems. And one of my clients, my biggest client, was Foodservice Design Professionals. They enjoyed my customer service, liked what I provided for them, and so the jump was pretty easy.
Nice.
I'll be honest, it was a shock to me, going from designing just a condensing unit to designing an entire kitchen. But made that transition, and here we are, 6 years later. So.
And what do you do? Anything specific? Do you do everything as far as project management, or do you stay in like certain segments or specialize in anything?
So our bread and butter, or my bread and butter, is K through 12. That is where I spend the majority of my time. Although I have been involved in healthcare, and am starting to pick up more healthcare facilities now as Lance starts to take a step back as the owner and
Okay.
principal of the company. So he is relying on me to kind of pick that up and take over the healthcare. And I've been involved in, of course, universities, the healthcare a little bit, now taking on more, but then also some B&I.
Okay. Nice. So one question this season I've been asking that has been kind of fun to find out is, you've been doing this for 6 years now as full service consultant or full-time food service consultant. How long did it take you before you felt you were proficient or good at it, or where you felt like you had a great understanding of the entire process?
Still working on that, to be real honest. This is a never-changing industry, especially with technology and the new equipment and everything. But as far as the design itself, it took me probably 2 years before I really felt comfortable in putting together a schematic and having someone look at that and go, yeah, we're on the right track. You're getting close.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. And so of all the K through 12 healthcare and everything else you've worked on, is there a project that comes to mind as maybe your favorite, or one of them, if it's not your favorite, maybe the most challenging one that you're most proud of that you accomplished?
Probably off the top of my head, Edna Rowe, which is a Dallas Independent School District elementary school, was actually featured in FSNE as one of the designs of the month. So that one was kind of
Nice.
a feather in my cap. Beyond that, actually a local elementary school that I did for my hometown. I enjoy working
nice.
with my hometown district. My wife is still a principal in the district. My daughter is a teacher in the district. I graduated there. My parents graduated from here. I say I bleed green because of Waxahachie. So yeah, that one's.
You've got the principal and a teacher in that school. You've got a principal and a teacher in that school, though. If it's something you've designed, that's some harsh critics right there. You did a good job.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Especially when it's family. Got a lot of friends, and I've been here all my life.
Yeah, exactly.
When it's family, it's tough.
Yeah, absolutely. So you said it takes about 2 years to get your feet under you to feel comfortable, and you're still learning as you go. What's one piece of advice maybe you would give to people if they're starting out and maybe either coming out of school or making that career change, such as you did, to becoming a food service consultant? What's one piece of advice you'd give to them?
Keep an open mind. You have got to have an open mind, open to new concepts, open to new designs, open to new techniques. You've got to keep an open mind.
A lot of consultants I've known over the years, we talk about networking, not only within your own association, but also with your client base associations and things. How important has networking been to your professional success?
Extremely important. Knowing, dealers and reps and the food service directors themselves. I learned a lot from them. I've never been in a school kitchen, as an operator. So learning that operation, learning those policies and those procedures and the things that they have to deal with, especially like the state when you're talking about reimbursable meals, learning what has to be on that plate for them to be reimbursed for that. And that all plays into the design as to what equipment we provide them to ensure that that's everything.
With the K through 12 stuff that you're doing, coming out of COVID, if that's what we can call it at this point, are you seeing any permanent changes that have come out of that with kitchen design, or seeing any permanent changes that, or maybe not even permanent, maybe it was just for lack of a better term, a fad that we went through in order to get through it, and now we're kind of coming out on the other side. But is there anything you're doing differently, I guess, is my question, now that we're coming out of COVID with K through 12?
I think the biggest thing that I have seen is flexibility in the kitchen. Being able to, we went from a time of in-person to online, back to, semi or a combination of the two. And so for the staff and food service directors to be flexible to make those changes back and forth, they want flexibility in not only their equipment that they have in the back of house, but also on the serving line. In person to doing remote meals for students, just driving by. So that flexibility in back of house and on the serving line is probably the biggest thing.
Nice. What's one thing about Trey that no one would ever guess with talking to you? Like what, a hobby, a habit, some like secret history, something of nature, something nobody would ever guess.
I can actually do the splits. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'1", 210 pounds, and can do the splits. I play softball on a normal basis, every Monday night, in fact. Love to play. I play first base and can actually do the splits to snag a ball that's been thrown. So, yeah.
That's impressive. That's very impressive, actually.
Yeah.
Especially for a big guy. Last question I've got for you. You said you're getting in a little bit more stuff, healthcare and everything. Is there any particular segment that you haven't done that you would love to get into, or at least give it a shot?
We very seldom, and I have never done a restaurant. Just a whether it be fast food chain or mom and pop or anything. And that's kind of where I got my start, was the mom and pop kind of shop.
Yeah.
But I've never done one, and I would find that interesting, and just the difference between the K through 12, leaving the large aisles and a lot of room, down to a restaurant where you're packing everything into the smallest amount of space that you can.
Oh, very good. Well, maybe another FCSI member that's out there will see this and throw a bone you guys' way, see if you can help out with one. Or maybe a restaurant will be out there, a restaurateur will be out there, and they'll give you your shot for that. So, well, that's all the formal questions I've got for you. But as you know, I like to have a little bit of fun at the end. So I've got a set of would you rather questions we'll just jump into. The first one is, would you rather buy 10 things you don't need every time you go to the store, or forget the one thing you do need every time?
I'll probably buy the 10 things I don't need. I probably do that anyway.
All right. Would you rather have a personal housekeeper or a personal chef?
Personal housekeeper. I enjoy cooking too much.
All right. Fair enough. Would you rather be an extra in an Oscar-winning movie or be a lead actor in a box office bomb?
An extra, for sure.
Okay. Would you rather be able to watch nothing but Hallmark Christmas movies or nothing but horror movies for the rest of your life?
I'm not a big fan of horror movies, so give me the Hallmark. I know it's cheesy.
All right. I love making guys have to admit they want to watch the Hallmark Christmas movies. Would you rather have a pause or a rewind button in your life?
Rewind, for sure. Absolutely.
Okay. Would you rather personally win $25,000 or have your best friend win $100,000?
Probably my best friend win $100,000. Yeah. I've got what I need. I've got a roof over my head, food on the table.
good job, family's healthy, I'm good. Let somebody else have it.
Nice. I like that. Would you rather be in a zombie apocalypse or a robot apocalypse?
Oh, probably zombie. Yeah, let's go zombie.
Okay. Would you rather give up your cell phone for a month or give up bathing for a month?
Oh, my cell phone for sure. Please, let me give it up.
Okay. Would you rather be able to speak any language or be able to communicate with animals?
Oh, wow. That's, yeah, I think speak any language. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it would be nice to be able to communicate with my dog.
Yeah, I agree. And that's always the one thing, the dog or the cat is the one caveat that I think everybody is going to get hung up on. Like, how cool would it be to be able to know what my dog is trying to tell me or my cat? We have both at our house, so I'm not sure I want to know what they think though, either. Would you rather always have an annoying song stuck in your head or always have an itch that you can't reach?
Probably the annoying song.
Okay. Would you rather read the book or watch the movie?
Watch the movie. Watch the movie.
Would you rather have your own theme park or own your own zoo?
Own my own zoo. Own my own zoo. Of course, now
I might be. Animals, don't you?
I might want to be able to understand animals.
Would you rather be compelled to high five everyone you meet or be compelled to give a wedgie to anyone in a green shirt?
Compelled to high five. High five.
All right. Everybody's been so nice. Nobody's giving wedgies out yet, so that's good. Would you rather have a completely automated home or a self-driving car?
Automated home. I think I'm too much of a control freak to give up my car.
Would you rather be able to go to any theme park in the world for free for the rest of your life or be able to eat for free at any drive-through restaurant for the rest of your life?
Theme park. I'm going to go theme park. We love to travel. Yep.
Okay. What is your, couple of quick questions here. What's your favorite comfort food?
Oh. Probably any kind of sweets are going to be my comfort food. I'm a big sweet fan.
So with travel, the favorite city you've visited?
San Pedro, Belize. San Pedro Island in Belize. Absolutely beautiful.
Last but not least, you have to choose a song to sing karaoke. What's your go-to karaoke song?
Oh, man. Which is really weird because I sing all the time. I can't carry a tune in a bucket, but I do sing all the time. Wonderful by Eric Clapton.
Very good. Nice choice. Well, that's all the questions I've got for you today, Trey. But before we let you go, why don't you let the audience know how they can find out more about you and your firm?
Absolutely. So you can visit our website. It's www.foodservicedesignprofessionals.com. Or you can email me directly at trieper@fdp.org.
Very good. Well, that wraps up this edition of On Tap, presented by FCSI the Americas. A big thank you to Trey for joining us on the show today. Be sure to like and subscribe to whatever platform you use for future editions of On Tap. And as always, cheers.